Welcome to our garden. Giving an update today, May 21st, 22nd, something around there. 2016, this is second year food forest. Bunch of clothes drying as well. But here's our grapevine doing really great. Built this arch last year and sent her up it after her season, and she's attached well. I'm going to come up here today actually and pull some of these vines up to get her really attached to it, but it's looking beautiful. Bunch of grapes in there. Excited. She's a Concord vine and she's really abundant. I did not plant her, the previous owners here did. Got a few tomatoes in pots, cherry tomatoes here, and adding, not, our annual crops don't really do well here in my dirt because I don't do much to it, so they're kind of weak in the slugs and they don't make it. So peas almost never make it unless I put them in a pot. So a few things in a pot. Here's some yarrow getting ready to flower. The borage, here's oregano creeping up from the back. I also have mullein down there, this oregano, and some onions too, I think, along the side. A few onions down there. But yeah, calendula, borage, love and a mist are opening all over these beauties. I have a few different varieties or colors of them. This is beautyberry, amethyst, aka amethyst, super powerful plant. I'm excited to see her back. Super excited actually to see her back. So most of this has come up from last year. I did just bring rosemary in this year. Lily, comfrey back here is behind this grapevine. Got a big old comfrey bush, and it looks like the grapes are trying to attach to this willow stick. That's going to turn into a willow tree. It's going to be really cool to watch. Chicory back there. Tried to have some blackberry coming in, but I think I'm going to keep it back because I've got a lot of cool things going on in this section that I want to let thrive over the next season. Lemon balm is doing great. Cleared out a lot of stuff today. A lot of borage. Did a lot of chop and drop. Brought in a fig tree this year. This currant bush was really suffered. She tried to sprout in like December, and it also looks like she was a little bit choked out over here from the mustard greens from the spring. So I've cleared those all out. And geranium, just added the geranium this year. Excited about that. It's a kidney plant, and my sister has kidney disease, so I'm hoping that she can bond with this plant and get to know her because she's really good for the kidneys. Helichrysum, just brought this in this year, aka curry plant, and smells like curry. Not as strong now. She's getting ready to go to seed, but brought that in this year. Perennial, the geranium as well. A couple of annuals. Here's tomato, a few tomato plants. My neighbor was just over and she was commenting on me having this tomato plant here next to these dandelions and how she was raised to see dandelions and weeds as weeds. And I purposefully planted this tomato plant in the leaves of this dandelions, two dandelions, because they would provide ground cover for her. So that's why I put her here. And it was interesting. It's interesting to hear what people's perspectives or experience with weeds are. I didn't really have many growing up. My grandmother used to weed, but it never really touched me. So anyways, tomatoes, we're using these dandelions as ground cover so that she can stay nice and moist throughout the summer. More yarrow here that was struggling to get some space with all the greens and oregano. So this will all bulk up some here. Just brought in this elderberry. Had one elderberry, but this is a dark black elderberry, so I just brought her in. Excited about her addition. And the goji berry, was hoping to get flowers the second year, but she was also really choked out by a lot of mustard greens, so we didn't get any flowers, but it's cool. She's growing a lot more this second year of her life. And we'll get some gojis soon. Brought in a couple of sunflowers just for summer birds and pollinators. Come back over here. This is honeyberries. These are honeyberries. A newer crop. I don't know if you can really see them. There are little blueberries in there. It's a honeyberry bush. I just brought that in. Another perennial next to our apple tree. It grew a lot over the winter. And some strawberries. I think we got almost ripe strawberries in there. Yeah, a lot of mustard greens coming up. The yarrow is doing really good. She's so close to flowering, big, beautiful pink flowers. The lavender mist are coming like crazy. Oregano grows all over well. I have an iris that I planted from a dear friend, Pamela. She already flowered. Some sorrel down here. I transplanted this sorrel, moved her over from another part of the garden that she wasn't doing as well. She's already bouncing back pretty good. And that sorrel there, I think she's getting ready to flower, which is cool. Hopefully she's not just a 2-year sorrel and she comes back continually. Got some chard in. I'm hoping that this will perennialize. Chard is pretty good at it if you take care of the plant. So I have chard in here a few places in the garden now, hoping for them to perennialize on their own. We just harvested a bunch of currants today, but we have currants all over the place. Calendula, I brought in some bee balm. Excited about her. The sage is doing really well all over. Gosh, I think this is called Oregon sea grape. I can't remember, but she's really spreading well as well. The lupin or lupine, I have lupine in a few places. They've really spread or sprouted up. Looking beautiful. The big bumblebees love the lupine. This currant bush is just loaded. We'll have to come out here and get some more of hers. Didn't get any blueberries because of the temperatures, but blueberry bush here, and behind this willow there's another blueberry bush right here. This is our walkway, actually, the willow, which is amazing. We'll be able to harvest these fresh young plants and make some type of tincture that is helpful for pain medication. Willow is really powerful. It has a lot of salicylic acid in it, which is really great for headaches and pain in general. So more strawberries in here. I can get a little red one. Got a bunch in there coming up. Dandelions, our lilies getting ready to blossom, and we've got a whole bunch of raspberries that we're waiting for. There's a red one over there. We're waiting for them to redden up. And a lot more growing in. I think we'll have a great raspberry summer. More yarrow. I counted today. Here's elderberry doing really good. Look at that bee. Do you think, girl?
Smell my hand.
Okay. Nice. Smells like oil.
It smells like olive oil.
Nice. Why do you have olive oil?
My face smells like olive oil too.
Okay, let's not play in olive oil though, okay? Tomato plant. We'll keep going. Okay. Elderberries have come in. I counted today and we have 64 perennial or 64 crops. About 60 of them, or 56 to 60, are perennials. There's a lot that I have yet to be able to identify, like this thing here. But from what I can identify, and I know for sure, we have 64 species in here, and the majority of them will be here next year, though I had 70 last year, so I have lost a few. It's mostly of the annuals. We have a big, beautiful gooseberry back here. She's really, really doing well. A few corn plants. Gooseberry is kind of like currants. They're bigger.
Yeah. Currants.
Multiple corn bushes, though I'm not sure if how big they're gonna get. But we had a little corn branch here, or corn patch. Got sunchokes coming back there. I have sunchokes coming in a few areas.
What are sunchokes?
They are really tall plants with a root like a potato, kind of. Kale, only Kale that's made it, and she's struggling. Kale just doesn't do good here. I don't touch this garden much, and the weak annual plants that the majority of our food system is based off of, they just don't make it well in these perennial food forests, because we're not really supposed to be eating them. They don't have enough nutrients or bitters in them for us anyways to really keep us healthy and strong and attached to the messages of nature. So we got to get over to perennial foods, perennial greens. Feverfew getting ready to blossom.
Where would feverfew?
Feverfew is also a medicinal herb, really good for fevers and for pain eradication.
So if I had a fever, I would eat it.
You could not just eat it, but yeah, we could make a tincture to help you with it. Oldest plant in the garden is the oregano back there. She's the oldest plant. She is now, this will be her 3rd summer. So she's kind of the OG here.
What? What's the plant?
Hi, baby.
What kind of plant, Mommy?
The oregano.
What's oregano?
An herb that we use to spice, plus it's really powerful antiseptic, antibiotic. Oregano oil we use on our chest when we used to smell oregano over. We use our oils when we smell and our chest hurt. Remember that? We were smelling it over the hot water. That's oregano. The big beautiful dandelions take center stage here right in the center of the garden. A couple of kale pots though, the slugs are just killing them.
I know, Mommy.
We have raspberries in here.
I know, Mommy.
Oh no, put that up, baby. Raspberries, white currant bush back here. You can see the currants down there. Big old chicory. A lot of forage for the bees back here. Our willow TP is all fully alive. Brought in an olive tree. Super excited about that. Here's an olive tree, which we know is one of the most healthiest and powerful plant protectors on the earth.
And the one with the red berries.
The olives we can see are setting, have already set in here. And the leaves, the olive leaf extract I use with the kids, olive leaf oil, raw olive leaf oil, or olive oil is super potent as well as the actual olives. So really excited to be getting to know an olive leaf.
Are those olives?
They are, yeah.
They're red olives.
They're red. Here's another raspberry bush. It's growing really well. A lot of borage back there. I'd like to get a perennial back there. There's some yarrow, but we'll put a perennial in probably over the winter back there when that borage dies down. I just transferred this lemon balm today. I gotta get her some water on her. That's all. She was in a walkway, so I wanted to move her back here with this helichrysum. More sunchokes out of control back here, which is gonna be really nice. Gotta get some on her. Tomato plant, gotta get some water on her as well. Just replanted those. Another currant bush back here. Comfrey, had to chop and drop her today. More sunchokes. Some lemon thyme. We have oregano back here. More currants. She's getting some currants there. Yeah, I brought in echinacea here. Right there. And nice parsley plant coming up, curly parsley. And some lavender is in here. There's the lavender underneath the borage. Got to keep her clear. We've got clover, lavender, and I even have tarragon in here. Got tarragon over spring. Here's the original oregano plant. She's doing pretty good. So that's the garden. A little update on our 2nd-year food forest. The majority of this was planted last year. All right, Bears, come on. I planted in a few of the annual crops, tomatoes and such, and then also brought in a few new trees, bushes, perennials. But the majority of this, at least 50. Oh, you have a calendula. Calendula. Flower. It's called calendula. It's good for your skin. Good for your skin.
Oh, look at the bees.
They're all over.
No, bite.
This is our...
They bite.
For your body?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good for your skin, your body. This is our food forest, and we're just going to keep nourishing, continue to receive the nourishing energy and love from her, continue to add and watch over her slowly just so that we can make sure things are progressing healthily and balanced and everybody gets a chance.
Here's the gardens. These are all the garden's babies.
They are all the garden's babies. And we love them and we give thanks. And thanks for tuning in and listening. Happy Monday.